even though Dr. Havinder is not here, I think I need to thank Dr. Havinder for getting and putting the resources together. Yeah. So it was actually muted by Dr. Havinder, and then together, muted by me, and then together with Dr. Havinder. And then we had a very good support from the supervisors, yeah, supervisors for the PhD. Professor Barjoy was actually supervising from the beginning, initial stage, and then of course Prof. Sel and all these teams, yeah. So slowly we moved on. But as we moved on, we had a lot of learning from the colloquium. We learned a lot of things from the colloquium, yeah. We get feedback from students, and we try our level best to keep on improving the standard and the quality of the colloquium. Today we have reached a pretty established structure of how to conduct a colloquium. Yeah? Pretty established, but nevertheless, I would again like to seek your feedback. Please feel free to give me your feedback. Like this morning when I asked one of the candidate, one of the PhD student, his feedback was, sir, I asked him, how you find the colloquium? So excellent, sir, very good, this and that. All the good words, yeah, appreciate his thoughts. But then I asked him, can you please tell us one thing that we can improve? Yeah, I probed him. When I probed him, then he said, sir, if possible, if you can have an open session, yeah, where you personally come in and then you ask the participant to give you feedback. He told me, why don't you have an open session, provide opportunity, you don't know what is actually in the mind of the PhD students. If you can have that, that'll be good, so that we can do better and better as we move forward. Yeah. So I really, appreciated his thoughts on that. I think I would like to take this opportunity to seek your feedback. Yeah. Feel free to speak up and share your thoughts. It can be right, it can be wrong. Don't worry. We are all matured enough. We are willing to accept things. Yeah. We are not defensive. Me personally, I'm a person, I don't like to be defensive. I don't like to be defensive. I'm open, and I always believe that everything that we do, there's always a room for improvement further. Yeah. So with that, I open for suggestions from the floor. Anyone who have any suggestion, please come forward and share your thoughts. Yeah. Dr. Janaka and me, we will try to address. Yeah. And Prof. Bajaj is also here. We will try to see how we can support your concern. So we have the mic here. Anyone, please? Any thoughts?
Good evening. My name is Lutfur Rahman. I come from Dhaka, Bangladesh. This is my 5th visit to Malaysia University of Science and Technology. I like the system. That's why every time I come here to listen the colloquium of others, as well as I try to come to the dais, and I went to dais for 3 times. Thing is that my supervisor is very senior and very busy, and I take as much as I can extract from them, and they are also very much cooperative. But thing is that after my 5th visit, I was compelled to learn from another supervisor, another judge. He is for the first time here. He told me that this is your project, not a report, not a report. It was very painful to me. Why I should learn it after 5 of my visits. Then I talked to my supervisor. He said, no, you do it. You continue. This is my submission.
Okay, some of the feedback I may have an answer. I will answer you immediately. Some feedback I wouldn't have the answer. As I said, I'm not God to have all answers, right? So the thing that I don't have an answer, you have to give us time and we will revert back to you. Yeah. It's not only for you, for all PhD students. End of the day, your supervisor makes the call on your topic and your project. So don't worry. If Dr. Janaka is a supervisor and I come and give you feedback, I say, no, this is not right, change this, change that, right? Don't worry about me. End of the day, it is your supervisor, because he is the one who's going to take you through the same. It is a journey that you go through, and your supervisor is the one who will take you through. So don't worry about it. You can receive as many as possible feedbacks and what you call concern and all people give you. That's okay. Even when you present, right? You can have from the floor. People ask you questions. Yeah, it's okay. Let them ask. It's okay. But end of the day, your supervisor will be able to guide you through. Now, why? Because when it comes to the date of Viva date, in the Viva, when you present, your supervisor cannot say anything. He cannot open his mouth. He cannot say anything. Yeah. The examiner questions, you answer. After that, there's one more session. After that, there's another session which you wouldn't be in. The students will not be in. That is called deliberation session. During the deliberation session, it is the examiner and the supervisor who will be sitting together. Yeah? The examiner and the supervisor will be sitting together. And that's where they deliberate. They deliberate. They deliberate and they make things clear. Of course, these guys are all professional guys. They won't go and end up in arguments. Yeah? They will come to a certain compromise. They'll come to a compromise and then they move forward. That's the reason why I say, please stick to your supervisor. Get the guidance from your supervisor. You can hear from others, you can get feedback and all these things from others. But end of the day, the person who determines your journey is your supervisor. I don't know whether I fully answered you. Yeah, if not, then maybe we'll get some other session to discuss. Yeah. Any other feedback? Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, Datakun is also our student. You all know that? Yeah. It's not that he's seated here. Yeah. He's also our student doing PhD. Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to appreciate the session. There is improvement from when I started, and Dr. Janaka has been very wonderful. And only two updates, you just the information access has become more simple. The group becomes more active. That's my notice. From 2016 to now, it has been a progressive improvement. And I know I was just measuring today. If by this time this was not, and this is it, what will happen in 2 years from now? I'm sure there will be better advancement. By today, we are more in number. We have more mentors around us, professors. We see them, we feel happy, and when you are talking and they are addressing what is wrong with your work, it makes you to be more constructive, more thinkable, not worryable, because we are taught as a journey in the first place. So until you finish the journey, you don't actually feel relaxed. So the more, every year I see something new, every session of the colloquium I see something new. And like in this session, what is so unique that I want to really testify about is that the timing, very prompt, and the sessions, very prompt and effective. And when you are out, you see message from Dr. Janaka in the group. Make sure you are here by time. Before, even if something is distracting you, you will get redistracted to remember that you need to be here and then pay attention. So if you are not there, it's not an excuse of I forgot. Maybe you simply decide to reschedule your whatever. So to me, there was a session I actually missed because I forgot that it has started. But now it's no more. There's in fact, every little minute reminder. So if you are late, it's conscious. Or if you decide not to come back, you are aware, except if you are not in the group. So it has been a very good progress. Thank you.
Datakun, if I may ask you, Datakun, if I may ask you, is there one thing that you would like to suggest for improvement? Just suggest something, okay? I mean, based on your observation, one thing that we want to say, we can improve better. Anything?
Okay, The only thing I was thinking about is that, like this streaming aspect we are doing, if there is a way to involve our international students who are not able to make it to come down live, to participate, maybe via video conferencing, where they can witness and also ask questions, real time. And also some of our speakers, because I trust, and I believe our president with making contacts to industry, fruitful industry people. There are some that will tell you they cannot make it right here. They can sit down even in Japan or in Canada and deliver a lecture to us in real time, and we can ask them questions. I look up to that time too, to make it more connected globally. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, there are almost about, I think about 40 of them were not able to make it, right? Yeah, 40 of students not able to make it. So that's a good feedback. We will try, Dr. Janaka, will try to make the next upcoming colloquium to provide real time, especially the keynote speakers. If we can get it out for the participant as a real time, yeah. Okay, we take note of that. But also, I would like to remind all of you that colloquium is compulsory. Compulsory. As a PhD student, this is the only session that we request you to be here. Yeah, 3 times in a year. It is compulsory, no excuse. Yeah, no excuse. It's compulsory. So please make yourself available, and we give you alert ahead of time to go and plan your leave. Yeah. And Dr. Janaka, do we know the next colloquium dates? Are you? See, Dr. Janaka is very ahead of time. July 10 to 13. So please note, yeah, July 10 to 13 is the next colloquium. So please take note of that and ensure that you are here with us for the next colloquium. Yeah. So we will advise you promptly. We will tell you promptly. And Dr. Janaka has been very active in sending the messages using the social media, prompting you, how many days more to go and what need to be done. So if you're reading that, you should know. Yeah. So please make sure you block your calendar for that, for the second colloquium. And rest assured, we always will try our best to bring in best speakers to add value to you. Yeah. Yesterday we had a discussion with IBM guys. Yeah. And we are looking at how to partner with IBM. Yeah. Partner with IBM for some of our program under School of Business and also IT. Maybe we can call the IBM GM or CEO for Malaysia to come and take the next keynote speech. As you know, IBM has already moved away from the machine to solution provider. Those days they started off with servers, but today they are solution providers. Yeah. So we will try to bring in the best speakers for you, or if you have anyone in mind, a good speaker, that, or you feel that you need someone in this particular area to speak, you please let us know. Don't worry. We do accept your feedback, yeah. But the person must be really good, prominent, well-known figure, and you want to make a suggestion. Please feel free to suggest it to Dr. Shaheen, Prof. Sel. These are the people who make the decision together with Dr. Janaka. They will tell you. Yeah. So feel free to let us know. So we welcome that. Yep. Yeah. You got a question? Yeah.
I think one of the best things is the sessions conducted for the various speakers. One of the things that maybe I felt that it can be improved is that after the session, if we can have a little bit more time where individuals have some questions, we can directly talk to the speaker. Because I know it's a very tight schedule where presentation, have to present, next one, someone have to present already. Because sometimes like this morning is a very good session on the IT securities. I think many of us got questions want to ask. Obviously, there are timing we need to look into. Then maybe in terms of the scheduling, maybe after each speaker, there may be some 15 minutes or 20 minutes where if there are any questions, I know there's Q&A sessions. Yes, but individual, you can talk to them offline. Yeah, I think that would be something that maybe if the time constraint can fit in, then it's something that, yeah.
Okay, Dr. Janaka, let's take note of that, Dr. Shaheen. Okay, we take note of that. Maybe, if you observe carefully on the first day, we were asking students after the speaker said, anyone got a question? No one want to question, no one want to ask anything. Yeah, maybe you are still, under the, what do you call that, the norming process, right? The norming process. You still in the norming process in the group, yeah? I do agree with you. Maybe some of you have some very in-depth questions to seek clarification. Not question actually, to seek clarification. So, Dr. Janaka, why don't we do this after each keynote speaker, the Q&A? We'll have like something like a network tea break, something like that. And maybe during that time, you all can approach the speaker and ask questions. Yeah. Okay. All right. Good. Dr. Janaka is capturing all this feedback, so no worries. Huh? Okay. I may pass the last mic.
Yeah, I have a small idea. Because, in this last, there's so many international students from so many countries, especially so the second language, China, Vietnam, that's something, the English maybe it's not so good to when to hear or want to discuss something. So it's possible before you go to the colloquium, can collect the document, they present for all the students first, they read home first, after that, come here, they get the information clearly and they have sum the work, right? They ask something for the speaker, I think better. Thank you.
I think that's a very valuable feedback, very valuable feedback. Just correct me if I'm not right catching you. What you're saying is before the speaker's session starts, we get the documents, presentation material, and send it over to the student so that they can be prepared. Yeah, is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Let's see if possible before even we could start the colloquium, we get the material to be posted to the students. Yeah. I agree that, because some of you, English is a second language, and some of you are still struggling to catch up with the English. So giving you some time will be enabling you to prepare yourself. Yeah. Any other feedback? Yeah. Please, we are open. If you find that you really want to bring out some serious matter, please bring up. Don't worry. We are not here to look at who is making negative remarks. No, not that. That's not our concern. Okay. If it's something that's constructive, building, why not? Yeah. Speak up. Yeah. It's for you. The colloquium is not for the university. The colloquium is for you. It's for you. We are doing this for you. We are putting in our resources for you. Yeah? Our time, getting our commitment. Getting commitment from the professors and supervisors is not easy. Yeah? You can see that people like Prof. Sel, Dr. Shaheen, being an administrator, they also come and then participate. Yeah? Like just now in the morning, I had 3 students coming to my office, and then I got no choice. I have to ask Nurul to bring a whiteboard into my office. I brought a whiteboard into my office, and then I started to, explain to them using the whiteboard. So we are committed. We are getting ourselves committed. Any questions, please? Janaka, you got anything to say? Yeah, please, Janaka. Janaka is one of the pioneers. One of the pioneers. Janaka, you have been there for 3 years?
No, 2.5.
2.5. I know that Janaka and Dr. Wen, these are the pioneers with us. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just I want to thanks first of all Dr. Janaka to arranging and you for especially personally attend every time and advise us and organizing such a good event. Also that speakers, the keynote speakers are very important for us. Especially the today morning session is highly appreciated. I already told Dr. Janaka also. It's very important to us, especially for IT guys.
Okay.
And other than this, I can't find any drawbacks in this session because colloquium by colloquium, some students are growing, and okay, that's it. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Maybe you want to say something? Is this the first colloquium? Yeah, maybe, yeah. Let's hear from someone who just first time attending a colloquium, yeah.
I'm Nazim. I'm from Bangladesh. This is the first colloquium I have attended, and I found it interesting, lesson learning, and I have met all the students here, and I used to share knowledge with them. And I think if I would not come here, I would miss a lot. So thank you all. Thanks, Dr. Janaka and you, and all the guys
Good.
here.
You know, apart from coming here and going through the supervision with your professors, it is also a session where the juniors and the seniors able to, have some discussion, chat and all. Now, when the junior chats with the senior, then the junior will be well prepared. Okay, this is the journey, the senior has gone through. So I am now working on this journey. Where am I today in the milestone? Yeah, where am I in the milestone? Yeah. So that's also another objective of having this colloquium. It's not just the knowledge that we want to impart to you, yeah, but it's also the sharing, the experience that you get from the senior. Maybe we have shared with you the online journals, website and all. Maybe some of the seniors can tell you some tricks. They'll tell you, hey, go to this particular website. You get, better document, better materials, yeah. So it's also another session, yeah. Dr. Wen, you want to say something, yeah? Dr. Wen being a medical doctor, now she's doing PhD with us. Yeah.
Thank you. This is the seventh colloquium I attended. So I can tell this is the best one I attended. I want to appreciate Dr. Janaka for his professional work. I think all of us, the PhD students, to come here not only to learn, to improve our own research, not only to meet our own supervisor to feedback about our own research, but I think all of us want to learn from others. So if the school arranges for every student to present their research, and after every research, we need to hear the feedback from the doctor, from the professor of the school, so that we can get more experience. So that's my only feedback. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Wen. Dr. Wen. I do agree that somehow some candidates miss or choose to miss, I would rather use the word choose to miss, their sharing in this colloquium, yeah? And not to blame here and there, even my own faculty. I admit. I'm a guy who don't chicken out. If I made a mistake, I'll say yes, yeah? Even my own faculty members did not, some of them choose to miss, Dr. Shaheen, choose to miss this presentation, yeah, and I will make sure that our faculty members take the lead on the lead by example, yeah, and we need to ensure that all PhD students are coming forward and doing their presentation. Don't worry about your presentation. Why you need to worry? You've been challenged, you've been questioned. Come on, this is your home. It's okay to get scolded. It's okay to get, negative remarks from your home. This is your house. This is your knowledge house. It's fine, perfectly fine. Yeah? But not outside. Not outside. When you go outside there and people challenge you, then they are not challenging you, but they're challenging the university. That is something that is very, undesired. It's okay, you come and present, don't worry. If your work is not up to date, if your work is not meeting the quality standard, that is fine. It's okay. It is inside the house. And I really don't know why some people choose not to present and then they get worried and so on. Yeah. I was also like you, like a PhD student like you, Dr. Shahin, Professor, all of us went through the same, Dr. Janaka and me, we studied the same university, Prof. Joyo. So we went through the same process. I was criticized many times. The first time when I was putting up a draft proposal defense, in my university, but they don't call colloquium, they call draft proposal defense. And I was questioned by one senior professor. My topic was supply chain. He challenged me and he said, why are you working on supply chain? It is demand chain that you need to work on. You need to change your topic, change your whole thing. Go and study on demand chain. He criticized me. He whacked me. He's a very senior professor. And everyone knows in Malaysia, if I say his name, you all will know. Malaysians, you will know. A very senior professor. But I kept calm, relaxed, cool, and I answered him pleasantly, sorry, Prof, I think I still prefer to work on supply chain. For this is where my interest is in. And I was supported by my supervisor. And my supervisor was smiling, sitting at the corner there, and smiling and looking at me, whether I'm getting emotional or not. Because the way the professor said was like very blunt, like criticizing me and bluntly. But my supervisor seated at the corner there and smiling and just smiling and watching me whether I'm getting angry or not. Yeah. So, Dr. Wen, I'll take your feedback. Yeah. I know you don't want to be very blunt and say that even your faculty members are not presenting, but I admit my own faculty members did not present. I don't want to mention name, but I know. Yeah. So we have to correct that, Dr. Janaka, Dr. Shahin, and Professor. We have to lead by example. Yeah. I think no more excuse. No more excuse to our people. Yeah. Okay, we accept that. Yeah. Any other feedback? Yeah. Yeah.
I agree with Dr. Young. I feel this colloquium very good one, and the best. I love it, and also love some the idea of the student here about the curriculum in the next time. So this is the personal idea, personal opinions, right? Because you can see in this class, so many people they study about the tourism, right? Also me. So I hope in the near future, if possible, you can invite some people to have a tourism, because the Malaysia tourism very popular, very famous one in Asia, right? So tourism also the business, right? So I think someday I heard about the expert about the tourism come here, share about the knowledge or some current situation about the Malaysia tourism for the student here. Thank you so much.
Okay, Dr. Janaka, Dr. Shahin, take note. We will look for some speakers in tourism. Yeah. Okay. Good. Any other thoughts that you have on speakers? Which area that you want them to come up? Yeah. Any thoughts? Yeah. Someone from branding, yeah? Okay. Okay. Sure. Okay, sure. Okay. We will try to get industry guys, not academicians, because I think as far as academicians, we have the right set of people here. Dr. Shahin is expert in marketing and branding, but we'll try to get industry guys to speak. Yeah, industry. That's what you're looking at, right? Industry guys, right? industry guys in tourism, right? Yeah, okay. Any other feedback? No? Okay, Dr. Janaka, you captured all those feedback, right? Okay. So we have captured the feedback, and we will try our very level best to meet your expectation in the upcoming colloquium, that is July, right? We will try to meet your expectation in July, yeah? Till then, we, the management of Malaysia Institute of Science and Technology, would like to thank you for your participation, full participation in the colloquium. And please keep in touch with your supervisors and the School of Postgraduate Studies, IPS, Institute of Postgraduate Studies. That's where Dr. Janaka is heading. Yeah? And also, together with this, I would like to appreciate the staffs, other staffs who are supported through. Dr. Janaka, he himself cannot make this happen. Yeah? So he need a team, right? So his team who worked very hard to get this, to make it a success. Okay, one by one, I would like to thank them. Dr. Yan, can you please? Yep. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And then Miss Yap. Yeah. So you would have received some email from Dr. Yan, right? So she will be now working, she's working with Dr. Janaka, so she will be sending you some communication, and Ms. Yap, as usual, she will send you communication on IPS. And also, I would like to thank the IV, yeah, audio-visual, AV, sorry, AV, audio-visual team, Amir and Ikmal, for the 4 days. I have been seeing Ikmal has been here for the 4 days, supporting us through a lot of technical things. And the next, I would like to extend my sincere appreciation to Prof. Suresh and his team. Yeah, Datakun, please convey my message to Prof. Suresh. Yeah, who's here supporting us through this event. And other than that, if I miss anyone, my apology. With that, I would like to conclude and close the Colloquium 2018. I know you got one more presentation to go, but allow me to do the closure first. Yeah, later you can go through the one more presentation. Thank you, Dr. Shane. Thank you, Prof. Sal, and yep, the rest of you for getting this colloquium going. Thank you. Yeah, we can have a group photo. Yeah. Yep. Thanks.